Samba is a difficult dance, but I feel like you nailed the character. You survived the opening.
There was a bit of hopping involved that needs to have more fluidity. The shoulders were slightly raised throughout.
You actually overcooked the bounce a little bit, but your content was fabulous. All in all, you did incredibly well.
It's Chris and Diane! Chris, congratulations, you survived the Samba, you survived opening the show. How nerve-wracking was that for you?
It was horrible. I won't lie, I didn't like going on first, and if they put me on first again, we're going to be having words. My routine went out the window, and I mean, I don't know if people realise at home what happens, but you get to go, and before you go on, just go and have a little run through your dance in the little training space, and then you go out and do the dance. And when you're on first, you don't get any of that. You have to just be in a queue, and when you're in a queue, you think. And the more I thought, the more I realised, I don't know this dance. And then I just had a panic and a mind blank, and then I made you nervous.
Yes, he was telling me right before we went on, I don't remember it, Di. I just don't remember.
Oh,
yes,
no.
you do. You remember. Your body knows what to do. Trust yourself.
I overcompensated. I overcompensated with enthusiasm.
Yes.
And basically, you're not allowed to be enthusiastic doing a samba. You're not allowed to have fun. I had too much fun, and I got penalised for it.
Yes, Diane, you mentioned that it was a really tough week in training. What was it about the Samba that Chris found so tricky, do you think?
I think Samba is just notoriously known for being a really tough dance. And obviously, you know, the way I'm describing a Samba is extremely...
That's a broadcastable description at this time of the day, isn't it?
But it's really hard to describe a Samba. I'm telling him to, you know, it's a bounce action, but we're not allowed to bounce, Chris. And you've got to turn your toes out, and you've got to do your hips in the opposite direction of what your body's going. And there's just so many things that are almost contradicting themselves. So to put that in his head, it was really difficult. But he did such a great job. I was saying before to him, like, we attempted solo turns in that, which we've never done anything like that before in this competition. Because obviously, Chris can't spot. He can't look at a destination and then turn and end there. But we did 2 of them in the beginning of the routine. And, you know, for us, that is a big moment, even just doing something like that. So we have to be really proud of what we did.
I've been trying to spot, haven't I? But it hasn't been working.
Well, Chris, you said that you were never really into Strictly before, and they introduced audio description a few years ago. Let's listen to an example with one of your dances.
Oh!
The undead couple dance in a loose hold. Then Chris extends his arm out to the side as he walks backwards, then does some John Travolta-style disco pointing.
Yes, John Travolta.
Oh, little John Travolta.
She didn't say I was too bouncy, did she?
She didn't.
Let's have her on the judging panel.
What do you make of it being available? And have you listened back to your performances?
It's brilliant it's available. It makes it inclusive, doesn't it? A lot of families watch this. And, you know, as I've said, I'm stood up in Claudia's area just kind of listening to the music. And so it means that people at home aren't just sat there listening to the songs while their family are enjoying it visually, you know? So it's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, congratulations. You are through to Icons Week. And I can exclusively reveal that you'll be dancing a tango to this.
Fantastic. I mean, first of all, so much nicer listening to that song all week than the Bee Gees. But yeah, I mean, they're not just they've stood the test of time, but they are, I mean, loads of bands are good from that era. There's loads of brilliant bands, but they are iconic. The image, you know what I mean? Everything about them was kind of different and interesting and exciting. So we'll try and capture a little bit of that.
Well, I'm intrigued, Diane. Like, talk us through the concept. Have we got an iconic routine coming?
I mean, I think Chris's routines are all very iconic, but this one, I think, for sure. I mean, Chris loves his rock and roll, and this is going to be a very rock and roll tango. But already, I think we're really enjoying this dance, aren't we? And I think it definitely
we've done a
will
day.
be
We've done a
iconic.
day. It's been fun, hasn't it?
It has. You've enjoyed it.
I like
You
the
like ballroom? Yeah.
Loves
How are you
it.
finding the tango, though?
It's good, yeah, I like it, and it's do you know what? It's really tiring, like, because obviously the last one we did was the waltz, which was lovely and gentle and flowing, but the tango's fast and it's got really quick bits, but it's so much better than the samba.
What's going to be the top of your list for Chris to note this week?
Oh, Chris, do you want to answer that question? You know.
Do you know what? My wife told me off as well for slouching on this show.
Oh.
So even now, I've got a cushion behind me trying to improve my posture on this. But posture, innit?
Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah, we're
You've
going to
been
really focus on Chris's posture.
Wonderful. Well, it's improved already.
Yeah. Well
So
done.
have a great
I'm
week.
going to take my cushion with me.
Strap it to your back while you're on the
strap
dance
it to
floor.
your back.
I'll be watching for the cushion under your clothing. I hope you have a great week in training. It's
Thank
Chris
you.
and Diane.